Morning. Welcome to the stream. Uh, I'll be continuing from last time, which was Sunday, I believe. I know I started this head last time, and I want to continue it. Um, I erased some stuff from the head. I don't think it's too noticeable, but I realized I didn't want to make a realistic head of a fictional character. I just want to make it semi-realistic. So with that being said, I'm going to continue with this head, and excuse me, I'm measuring. And hopefully I can move on to that last body. If I can't, there's always next time. Hello, LeMay. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? You got to catch up with homework. Good luck with that. Pardon me for being quiet. I'm just a little bit... I'm still tired. I don't think I got a good night's rest. Maybe not long enough rest. I should have went to bed sooner. I'm fine, thank you. I mean, like, I am painfully aware of how silent I am, but It's like a balance between working and talking. So constantly switching between the two is still a talent I haven't mastered yet. Mm, okay. Mm. I don't know. This is looking right. Yeah, it doesn't look right. One thing that I'm still iffy about is drawing the eye at this angle. change some things. Yeah, I'm gonna change some things too. Thinking this? Let me see. Yeah, it's still not even. Oh, wait. Oh, it is even. Uh, Much better. Okay. Mm. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Or maybe I should say welcome back. You've been here before. He has some long eyebrows there. Oh. Oh, you're right. Yeah. Excuse me. I'm gonna adjust that when I'm done with the hair. And thanks for bringing that up. Is that a bandage on his knee on the left? Oh, no, that's his kneecap. I have to, redraw that knee because it doesn't look quite right. Um, I don't think I gave enough space for the bones, so I have to redo that knee. Right there. Got it. Upper body looking good, though, on that illustration. Thank you. Excuse me. Yeah, like that either. Let's- I think that's here-ish. It's here. At least it's not as long. Okay. Right. Mess this up. I don't know. That eye still looks a little weird to me. Good morning, Hedgecat. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, now I see it. Okay. I don't know if I want to redraw this. I'm just gonna shrink some stuff down. felt the eyelid was a bit too thick. The upper eyelid specifically. So I wanted to shrink it down a little bit. That looks better. Yeah, I think that looks better. And yet I still have some doubt. I don't know, I'm just thinking about what I can change here. Maybe I'll just leave it be for now. I just really want to get to this body here. Wait, I need to zoom out. There we go. Let's take a look. Because from what I can recall, I drew this somewhat hastily. So it looks a little bit strange to me. I'm pretty sure it's mostly the thigh. I think this needs to move down just a smidge. My man's been skipping leg day. He really shouldn't. Let's see. Did that fix anything? I don't think it did. Now it looks even weirder. Reaction. Yeah, that looks weirder. Let's not do that. Uh-oh. Here we go. Alright. Just doing a check here to see if this makes sense. I don't think it does. Alright. It's okay as long as he doesn't look like SpongeBob with his legs. Oh my gosh. The legs. Noodle arms and legs. Oh, I was warming up with an eye down here, because I just realized I started a course, but then I realized I skipped one, so I just wanted to like go back and draw the eye from the reference and just restart something else. The funny thing is, when I started that head drawing, because it's in graphite, it doesn't even look that great anyway. So I'm like, I might as well just reset the quiz and then go back and do the actual one I'm supposed to start. Maybe I should, just want to like get rid of some stuff I don't really want to hand erase because that would take too long. I mean, Lord knows I always take too long when it comes to erasing. All right. That being said, I can continue. Straight. I'm hoping this will turn out well because drawing heads straight on is rather difficult for me. Because for some reason I draw the eyes too big when I'm drawing real people. I draw some features too big. And some features are not big enough. So it's... I don't know. It's... The thing about head portraiture is that typically you don't draw head on as often as the other angles. It's because like... well, for one thing, it's unnerving. But two, because of some foreshortening, you're missing a lot of details. Such as parts of the ear and some parts of the hair. Which is why most people like to draw heads in either the profile angle or the 3/4 angle or a different angle. They don't really want to draw head on. But having an understanding of how the head rotates, or rather how to draw the head in different angles, is a good knowledge base to have. And yet mine is still bad. Two. Great. Hello, Kitty's Dawn. Welcome, welcome. One. Still intimidating. Ugh. What? How do I resolve this? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I should go back to my Loomis book. Maybe it'll help me. I'm gonna shorthand some of this stuff. No. Let me look at this. Let me take a look at this. I know I'm drawing like skeletal features, but it really does help, especially with the head-on view. Not fixate on that. Check again. Nope. One, second. One. Perfect. Okay. Maybe use some Insta selfie images from the internet for reference. I mean, he's not gonna be drawn realistically, so it's not gonna help too much. I'm probably gonna have to like adjust his bone structure, especially in the jawline. I just wanted to like establish it proportionally on the front view of the face, excuse me, because that's still something I struggle with, and I will always admit that I still struggle with head-on views because it's so unnerving. Doesn't matter if I invent the face or if I reference the face, I still mess it up somehow. And I think it's my brain just wanna like yada yada it. Did the Giga Chat ever do any head-on shots? That's a good question. Let me look that up. I mean, he did, but it's at a low angle. Not low angle, but by which I mean like the camera's looking up at him. here. Yeah, it's not very high res, but I did get the idea of adding the cheekbones because it helps me find the chin. Put him over here. And this is the same similar procedure that Loomis teaches in the book. You know what? I think I drew the eye shape too big again. Why do his eyes look so crazy big? Enough of big Chad. I think I'll leave this one shirtless. I was gonna dress him, but I don't know how to dress him. I don't know what type of shirt to dress him in. I haven't really thought about it that far ahead. I just knew I wanted this one to be in a shirt. I don't know what shirt to give this one. I might I might go without, but I haven't, finalized that decision yet. Excuse me. Not sure if I want to go in that much detail in the forearm. Definitely in the upper arm. Oh. Oh, I see what I did there. Okay. This isn't, it's not? Oh, wait. It's a gesture line. Let's see what I did. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This should have been erased a while ago. Because now I'm getting bungled up. Like, why is his arm so weird? Dude has, like, the weirdest bicep. I think I was drawing a shadow here. Was I? I'm questioning myself. Good evening, Dharma. I don't think you missed much. I just finished the head, that's all. I'm cleaning up this last pose. And not only am I cleaning it up, I'm fixing it as well. Alright, I was here. Looking at this. Excuse me. Excuse me. You know what? For now, I'm just gonna add it as a shadow. Some other stuff. Don't skip breakfast. Because now I'm getting hungry. Tendon, bone, muscle group, extensors. Why is the forearm so freaking weird? Touches, tricep, This pose reminds me of a Greek statue pose for some reason. This pose? I guess so? I think it's just because of the muscles. Like, every time someone draws a muscular man, they think, oh, look, it's a Greek model. Like, yeah, they had, like, really good diets back then, and, they were highly mobile people. So it makes sense. I'm not sure what Greek statue would sit like this. Maybe one I have yet to see. Let's see, muscle. It's wrapping around this arm. I'm doing this right after I said, hey, I'm not going to put too much detail in the forearms. But I really want to find this shape. I want to put it in the correct spot. I believe it's right here. And the other correct shape would be here. I'm going to leave this one here, though. I want it to be blank. I guess you can say he's statuesque. He is statuesque. Okay, yeah. Good. Arm is looking alright. Not great, but alright. Wait. I was about to erase these, but I want to add the bone here. The ulna. There we go. And... it's a little bit visible. The radius should be a bit farther up, actually. Also, I'm gonna make this a little bit longer. Just for the sake of clarity. Just a little bit right. I'll terminate it right here. For me, the forearm is very strange to draw because, well, for one thing, I don't quite remember all the muscles because even in my reference books, it's often grouped into what they can do rather than their names. Like flexor carpus, extensor carpus, and extensor digitium. Stuff like that. It's not really like down to the wire. This is why I have a hard time freaking remembering all of it. And because there's so many small muscles within the forearm, finding the shadow shape of just the major ones is often a stumbling point for me. I think that's why a lot of artists just shorthand it to just like this, not, I guess it's more of a American football shape right here and a bit here. I just need to know how it connects to the other upper muscles. And if I just remember, hey, this starts near the triceps, then I'll be golden. It starts near the triceps, right there, and it's a little bit behind the biceps. But oftentimes I don't remember that because I'm thinking more of the bones and the shadows of the muscles rather than the muscles themselves. I want to shorten this thumb. Shortening is just weird for you? Yeah. Foreshortening is very weird. Ugh. Now you're sending me. Because now I'm thinking about it. I still suck at foreshortening. Even though I've drawn like so many cylinders, trying to understand how shortening works, foreshortening works. And yet it still does not look right. That's why it's So frustrating. But you gotta keep practicing, otherwise you won't be able to understand your challenge, your weaknesses. Challenge your weaknesses as much as you can. Is he holding his fist? What I was going for? I think that's what I was going for. Holding the fist. Okay. Also, I missed the spot here. Do you make the elbow with shortening? Do you make the elbow? You know what? Let's sidebar and take a look. Need a blank spot to show this. So with the arm, this is how we often see it head on, right? We see it. I'm gonna just draw it in a basic shape. We often see it like this. But if I were to put it into its basic form, this is just a boxy looking triangle. This is a cylinder. This is a cylinder. And this is a box too. And because of the muscle grouping, this is a rounded shape right here. So to draw this as if the arm is sticking straight ahead of you, it gets really weird. Which is why I had such a hard time with that other arm that I was drawing before. So the best way to visualize it is as a really, really long cylinder. And this is where perspective study would come into play. Actually, let's make it a bit more straightforward. Let's say, actually this might be too short. Let's say this is how much you're seeing. So, wow, it has to start here. Shoulder has to start here. You're seeing this much, and you are seeing. Sorry about that. I forgot to. This is where the elbow section would be. This is getting foreshortened, so this would be where the elbow area would be. And the further away it is, the more short it seems, because that's how it appears. Just want to make this more rounded, sorry. So this would be the forearm at this point. And this would be, this is where the hand would be. So to understand how to do foreshortening, especially of the arms and of the legs, I would highly recommend studying your basic shapes, specifically cylinders and boxes. Boxes first. I recommend boxes first and then cylinders because you can fit a cylinder inside of a box. And once you understand how to foreshorten a box, you can basically foreshorten anything else. Because anything can fit inside the box. I know I'm doing a rush job of this, but I think you understand what I mean. Which takes me back to what I was doing, which would be over here. So how I started drawing this was that I visualized a cylinder going straight this way and another cylinder going straight this way. And you can see like the halfway point of the forearm is this short because it's coming towards the viewer. And this is where I stumbled the most, but I really wanted to get it as correct as I could based off of my knowledge base. And even then, like, I know people are gonna look at that and be like, "Oh wow, that looks great," but I still think it can probably look better. And that's why I'm sitting here trying to improve. Also, the thing about the elbow itself, you can also visualize that as its own box. Like how I drew it here, I drew the elbow, the bone of the elbow, essentially like this. Because I simplified its shape. I also took into account any muscle the muscle that would be connected to this part. And when you think about it, you can draw the kneecap in the same way, except it has more shape. It's even more of a thin box. So the kneecap or the patella, well, it looks more like a badge when you think about it. And then this is the tendon. This is not a bone. This part is a tendon, which connects to a bone. This is called the tibial process, and that's where the tendon connects. Yet people will visualize this as the entire thing as the kneecap, which is technically correct, but as long as you like understand how that goes. Still weird, thank you. It is very weird, especially when even if I've drawn it like several times, it's still weird to me. This is why I have to just simplify everything into just such basic shapes, otherwise I'm just gonna get lost in the forest for the trees. I'm missing the forest for the trees, essentially. Which is what I think I did here, because now my forearm is not connecting to this hand correctly. Because I did not accommodate for that. This should be the... Yeah, I never drew the bone, which would connect like this. If I were to draw straight shape down, I should have put the bone Bone in. By the way, if you're wondering if you have to know all of the muscles, the anatomy, or the bones, it helps to know them, but it's not a requirement. Keep learning, practice makes progress, like you said. Yeah, exactly. Or as Proko would say, perfect practice makes perfect. Which I still think is a weird thing to say, but it's makes sense. If you practice correctly, I think is what would make the most sense. You would have the best progress. Because there are people who practice incorrectly, and they have such slow progress. That's why perfect practice idiom never made sense to me. Because how can you do something perfectly when you know you're going to mess up? Oh, why'd I stop? I have more to finish. What time is it? I'm good. Do things lots, get lots better at thing do. What? What? So, what he means is that, well, not Hedgepad, I mean, what Proko was saying is that it's possible to practice something incorrectly to a point where you're just putting more mistakes in and you're leaving them in and you're essentially training your brain to keep making mistakes. So essentially, perfect practice is essentially practicing correctly to a point where you either make almost no mistakes, which is not going to happen, or you do make mistakes, but you catch them early and you correct them early. And by doing so, you get better and better and better at it, which you will make significant progress. But of course, it takes time to do that, and it takes time and effort to do that. No, I hope that made sense because sometimes I have to pause and think, does this make sense to me if I were to explain this to myself? You might be sleep deprived. I think so. But I hope you get the gist of what I'm saying here. Catch your mistakes quicker. Also, if you're drawing from a reference, look at the reference more often than you draw. And that's one of the ways you build up your visual library, by just looking more often than you work. Don't be afraid to show it to other people. They might spot something you overlook because you think it's normal. Yes, exactly. I believe that's where the term work blindness comes from. Because you're so used to your own work that you don't catch your own mistakes. This is where proper constructive criticism comes into play. Not just any unwanted nonsense. change this to shorter. uh, just like you do things hard to you to learn by yourself. Yes, it's sadly when you're teaching yourself, you're going at a tortoise pace, I should say. Um, that's why it's not really a flex to teach yourself how to draw. Uh, because I know I could have been at a better level sooner had I gotten some help sooner. Which is why if you are actually serious about it, you should like get a professional or someone at a higher skill level than you to help you. Also, one thing, I don't think enough novices know this enough. It's okay to start over. It's always okay to start over. I know you like plunked in hours of your time into something and it still doesn't look right. You can just start over. You don't have to keep that. It's best just to learn how to let go. And I'm saying this as someone who started a pencil drawing and I realized, oh gosh, the whole face looks wrong. And I'm like really far in. I was just like, I'm just gonna start over. It's fine. If you're self-taught, you need to absorb vast quantities of art and take in any details of anything you feel you're lacking in. Always be looking for any little thing that you can cause a breakthrough that can make things click. Yeah, but you should still have like someone help you out as well as adding that. Oh, shut up. Why keep this? Oh, oh. Let me check in on you guys. Even though you found yourself like asking something a lot and feel like other people think that you are stupid, I understand that you feel like a burden on other people, but if they know something that you don't know, why not just ask? You shouldn't feel self-conscious about something that you're lacking in. Like, most people don't know everything. So seek out someone who does. And don't think that it's burdensome, because it's often not. Like, there are people who are willing to help you. You can't outright say that there are no stupid questions because that only invites people to test that theory, but you should ask questions if you have someone willing to answer them. Yeah, exactly. Like me, how you said foreshortening was weird, and I like, yeah, I hard agree. I heavily agree. It is very weird. I even like took a sidebar to show you how weird it is. But hey, at least I was like willing to show you what I know, or how I feel about it at least. And I'm just hoping that you get some insight from that. Also, I believe I mentioned him before. There is a Twitch streamer by the name of Overlord JC. Uh, he is a professional artist. He's been in the industry for over 10 years, and he is more than willing to answer your questions. He's that type of guy. Like, you have a question, he'll answer it. And it doesn't derail the stream. It's something that he invites. And because he streams for so long, uh, the longer the better, I guess. It's always an opportunity to like ask a question. It is just how do you put it? How do you put it? You'll say it doesn't hurt to be yourself, to be self-taught, because you have to learn some level of self-sufficiency, but you will likely make progress much faster if you actually seek out proper teaching. Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, exactly. Most people start out self-taught, but it's their willingness to continue is what carries them over. And I know, like, sadly here, for some reason, when kids are interested in art, they are just told that it's not worth pursuing, even though I would say it's really good for your mental health. So the fact that they're just told or reprimanded into not doing something that they like or thoroughly enjoying doing, even though it's completely harmless to other people, is sad. So I would just say, just stop discouraging people, especially when they're so impressionable. I think it was, oh gosh, I'm sorry, I don't remember his name. The author behind Bleach. He wouldn't be where he was today had his teacher not encouraged him on his art. Because it was his teacher who thought his art was really good and told him, like, hey, this is something you should pursue. And he did, and now we have Bleach. So it's really a matter of difference of, like, which teachers encourage you and which one discourages you. See, now I'm challenging myself because I've never drawn an interlaced fingers like this. Let's see. This hand is over here. Oh, Dharma, what were you gonna say? You kind of left us hanging there. Okay, let's fix this more. Well, let's flip this again. Whoop. Like, messing with his hand. You agree, but people around me they don't want to blame or judge or anything. You feel kind of like they have to answer, not because they're willing to, not at all of them, of course, but because it's just that I'm being sentimental. Sentimental? Oh, like you're emotionally sensitive? They're afraid of hurting your feelings? Is that it? Is that what you mean? There. Wait, it's just that they're being sentimental or you're being sentimental? What's being replaced here? Hmm. Oh, gosh. You know what? I'm gonna call it here. I'm really dragging. Getting way too tired to continue, and if I'm tired, I know I'm gonna make a lot more mistakes, like before. Okay, so here's my progress so far. I finished the head. I've cleaned up much of the sitting pose. I've defined the front of the face. Although, I feel like the more I look at it, the more it still does not look right. You're a dragon? I thought you were a bunny. Stop! Ugh. Try not to cuss on here. Okay. Take a nap, thanks for the stream. Wait, hold on. You think that if you ask a lot, they become uncomfortable being around you and see them every day. This is why you try to do things yourself. But still, you can't do things all by yourself. Weird, huh? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the idea that you feel like you're being a burden. And the thing is, like, that should not be the case because asking for help should not feel like a hard task to do. So if you actually do need help, you should ask them. But also, one more thing, if you feel that they're uncomfortable, maybe you should ask them that too. Because what seems to be here is a lack of communication, and that's going to become a mental burden on you later on. So just ask them if you are making them uncomfortable, and if you're not, then you should feel more comfortable asking them more questions. Because what you're doing is you're asking for help. And if one thing, like, humans are willing to do is to help each other. As long as you ask, of course. So with that being said, you know what? Thanks for keeping me company. I felt kind of lonesome this morning. And tired. Excuse me. Thanks for chatting with me towards the end here. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm losing my voice. Also, yeah, you shouldn't be shy about showing off your art. You might feel awkward to shove your art in people's faces, but otherwise, how are you going to get eyes on it? No one's going to show it off for you. At least not at first. Yeah, exactly. Also, if you feel that the people around you can't help you, then yeah, you're gonna have to ask people on the internet. Hopefully in a safe space. But then again, the internet is not a safe place, so there's always that gamble. Alright, folks. I'll be catching you guys next time. Stay safe and take care. Bye-bye now.